Hey, welcome back to the channel. So this is a Brevite jumper, and I might be the last person who's ever done a YouTube video that didn't get this bag sent to him for free. I bought it myself, so I want to do like a little bit of a review on it. I've been using it for a few weeks now, had time to test it out a little bit, and I thought I would give my feedback on it. So first of all, let's talk about why I bought this bag. I have so many other bags that all great. I bought this bag for one specific reason, and that reason only, and that is to, when I go to Disney, I wanted a different bag. And the main thing that I wanted in the bag is to be simple. The bags that I have, like the Wonder Provoke, excellent bag. Can't say enough good things about it, but it is just way too complex when you go to Disney. And what I mean by that is when you go through security, because when you go through security, you're gonna get stopped. You're gonna have to go over to the little person there, and they're gonna go all through your bag. And when you're having to sit there and explain where all the pockets are, and like this section goes into this section, and you can roll this up and look in here and pull this out and look in there. It all is just way, way too complicated to explain to something that's not familiar with that bag. And incidentally enough, the hardest check I got was when I went to Disney Springs, was a shopping mall. The lady that was working security there, I mean, she went through everything, every nook and cranny, pulled out the camera cube. I mean, she searched that bag from top to bottom, nothing left unturned, which is good. It just takes forever to do. So I wanted a different bag and a more simple bag. And this is kind of what I came up with. I was looking for a new bag to go to Disney, and there's a few things that I wanted in a new bag. And number one was I wanted a color other than black. I'm just not like into that Becky Chris life. I like to have a little bit of color in my backpacks. And this Brevite comes in a variety of different colors. You can go on their website, look at that. I mean, there's a color for everybody, including black. Black just isn't my thing. I like just a little bit of color. Even though this is like a muted kind of gray, I'm digging the color of it. Another thing that it was a must that it have or be able to do is when I have all my gear out, I want to be able to store it quickly. Say if you're in a line or something, you have your camera out, how fast can I, put everything back into my backpack and go on about my way. And I think this backpack here does a terrific job in doing that. Say if I had a camera out, maybe an action camera, my phone, maybe some sunglasses, I'd have somewhere to store all of it, and I could store it relatively quickly with this bag. And that's one of the things that drew me to this bag in particular. So we'll kind of go over the basic design of the bag. I'm sure everybody's seen a video about this bag, so it won't be anything shocker. Now I did order the small one by accident. I think it's like 18 liters. It was way too small for me. So I went back and got the big version. I think it's 22 liters, and I found this to be just about the right size. First of all, we can start here in the back. It has a laptop sleeve. I think you can fit a 16-inch laptop in there without any issues. I've carried my 14-inch MacBook Pro and my 15 MacBook Air, no problems at all. So you should be able to get a 16-inch MacBook in there fairly easily. It also, on that zipper, is a splash-proof zipper on the laptop sleeve portion. So if you might get a little bit wet, there is a little bit of protection there. Now I wouldn't trust this bag out in the rain without getting the rainfall they sell, but if you're just gonna get a little bit damp, I think it'll protect your laptop. It has a little top section here, and it's just a void and empty backpack storage. I mean, it's like extra storage or flex space, kind of. And that's where I've been keeping all my stuff when I take it to the gym. I'll take my workout. It fits everything that I keep in my bigger bag. It fits two shirts, a pair of shorts, and my headphones quite easily. It's really good for all that. Anything that you need any flex space for is great. Plenty of room in the top of it. Also on the top, there's a hidden compartment. Not much to talk about there. Just a little hidden compartment in the top where you can stack some extra stuff. Okay, another cool thing about this is this front pocket here has a ample room for all your personal stuff. that you may want to take with you. And here I keep non-camera related items, and it's always nice to have a place like this in your backpack to store those non-camera items or stuff that you need quick access to, and this would be a good place for that. Go over here to the kind of the same area, and then you have your camera cube, and this camera cube have no issue with the amount of gear that it'll store. Now, if you're going to take this on some big photo shoot or some, major job, this won't be your backpack. There's just not enough storage for that. But just in here right now, this is how I've been carrying it on the daily. I have my A7CR, the 16-35 f2.8. Have the G Master 24-70 2.8. Have my point and shoot camera up here, and my audio solutions down here on the bottom. I can't complain about the space. I mean, the space is more than ample in this backpack, and man, I've been able to slip this sucker right into my daily life, no problem at all. I've been carrying it for, like I say, a couple of weeks now, and it's kind of taken over that role. Just a few more things over here on the side. Have a water bottle holder or a tripod holder. It won't carry a very huge water bottle, but it'll carry a bottle of water, and it has a little strap up here on top if you want to strap your tripod in there, which is how I have it set up here. On the back has a luggage pass-through, which is nice if you're going to be traveling with the bag. And then on bottom, it has the place where you can like strap your tripod to. On the side over here, it has a quick access to your camera. So like I was saying, in the event that you need to pack everything up really quickly, I mean, you can like unzip this, put your camera in there, put whatever you need in the top. If you have some, you need to put your cell phone or somewhere, you can stick it right here in this front zipper pouch. I mean, you can get everything in and out of here relatively quickly. And also what I like about it, like I was saying, it's simple. There's only 3 storage places on this backpack for anybody to be searching your bag. So there's not a lot of complexity to it. Also, I forgot to mention over here on the side, which I don't ever use it, is a little secret compartment, which I guess you can put like your billfold or whatever in there, but it's not too secret because the zipper hangs out and you can see it pretty easily. But there are a few things that you should know about if you're planning on purchasing this particular backpack. Though I almost sent it back. The zipper to the front pocket in your camera cube, kind of one sits right behind the other. So when you have the zipper pulls all looking the same, you never know exactly what you're unzipping and what you're zipping. So sometimes I would be wanting to unzip the front pocket and I would unzip the camera cube by accident, or vice versa. So what I did to remedy that was I purchased my own zipper pulls off of Amazon, got them in red. That way I know exactly what compartment I'm getting into when I start using the zipper pulls. And that seemed to solve that problem fairly well. And also I'll put those up here on top just because they're easy to grab onto. Now you get into the camera cube, and this is the main issue that I've had with this backpack. And there's no way, I'll try to do some B-roll of this issue, but there's no way to really show you right here. The dividers that they provide for your camera cube are absolutely terrible. Okay, first of all, they don't have any Velcro on the bottom of it, so it kind of moves around with your equipment, while you're using the backpack. But that's one thing. The most annoying thing is the dividers don't come all the way up to the top of the bag. So you would have about, 1.5 to 2 inches of space in between the top of your camera stuff and the backpack. So what was happening is I would put all my stuff in here, and next thing I know, like my point and shoot was just kind of floating around in here because it slipped out behind the dividers and got loose in my bag, which is not ideal. So what I did at the beginning was I took this pack and I kind of put it in here, and it closes up nice, and that helped me out pretty good. But it was still being an issue. So what I did was I got a few dividers from a different bag that are about 1.5 inches. Now they're about, at least 1.5 inches taller than the dividers that came with this bag, and put them in here, and that's pretty much solved my issue. I didn't have these additional dividers or didn't want to buy additional dividers, I would have sent this backpack back. There's no way that your dividers shouldn't come to the top of your camera cube, and you shouldn't have a backpack where your camera gear is moving around in your backpack. That's not good. That's not ideal. You don't want that. Another thing that you might be aware of is the backpack straps. They're not very good, and they're pretty thin. If you were to load this sucker up heavy duty, full of stuff, you know, laptop, full of camera gear, extra clothes and stuff like that, I don't suspect that you could wear this backpack very long without it starting to get uncomfortable. Also, it doesn't have a sternum strap, which kind of sucks because sometimes when you have a heavier load, having that sternum strap helps distribute the load a little bit better. But now me, I haven't been wearing it a long time, like, you know, hours on end, and I definitely haven't been wearing it with, you know, full pack full of stuff, maximum capacity. But for what I use it for, I might wear it, you know, 20 to 30 minutes at a time. I'm not packing it full of stuff, so it's not extra heavy. It's worked out great. And like I say, it's taken over as my daily driver. It's just so much smaller. The footprint is just so much smaller. The look of it, you really can't tell unless you know. You can't tell it's a camera backpack. It just doesn't look like one. It just looks like a regular backpack. And because of those two things, it really has taken over as my daily backpack. So, Brevite Jumper, great backpack if you're willing to make some changes to it. If you're not going to replace those dividers, don't even bother with it. It's just not worth it. It's just going to be more hassle than it is worth it. But man, you would think for a backpack as expensive as this one, they would provide top-notch dividers, at least top-notch dividers, but they didn't. So anyway, a small review of the Brevite Jumper, one of the bazillion out on the internet, but wanted to kind of give my feedback on it. It's been great, except for those just a few areas. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure you drop a like. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.